This bonus episode is what I like to see from the Sandman, the different art style of one half, to the evolution of character in the next. It shows the power of an anthology-based story. If you want to know my thoughts on the full series aside from this episode, I'll leave a link to that in the card above, and in the description. The stories here were interesting, but each in different ways. Because of how different they are, it makes sense to cover them almost as separate episodes. So let's start with the first one, A Dream of a Thousand Cats. A mostly simple tale that's empowered by the voice acting, visuals, and overall themes. The story is about a small kitten being brought to hear the words of a kind of prophet, a cat that speaks of dreams. She tells a tale of her previous owner, a man who killed her kittens after seeing she had them with a less desirable stray cat, half-breeds as he calls them. While mourning her cats in front of the fireplace, she prays to the gods above, the cat god specifically, and wishes for guidance. She takes a long, treacherous journey through the dreaming, until she is face to face with a cat aspect of Morpheus. Here she learns that the world was once different. Cats towered over people. They hunted them for sport, had them as servants, and overall they had everything. But then one day, one human rallied the rest of them. He said that if enough humans dreamed of a world where they all ruled, it would come true. Because everything is made by dreams. Not just true for the future either. It rewrote all of time. Rewrote it into a world where humans ruled, and cats were pets. After her tale, she tells all the cats that if enough of them dream for a world where they all rule, then it will come true. The tiny kitten believes in her dream while the other cats shrug her off. The story ends with the kitten sleeping and dreaming of the other world where cats ruled. This story was interesting immediately, for one because of the art style. The colors felt like a moving painting. Watercolor, pastel. It all had so much texture. Story-wise, it's interesting to know that apparently the world was once ruled by giant cats. They confirmed in season 1 with Lucifer that there is an all-powerful god, and it would be interesting if he was okay with a world where cats ruled, and is okay with people's dreams being able to reshape everything. Maybe God in this universe is different than I'm imagining, but it's an interesting detail to learn that dreams have enough power to reshape everything. Makes you understand why other beings would be so against Dream, when it seems like so many rely on his realm and power. Overall, it was a short story that had some sad moments and some fascinating revelations. One thing the Sandman story so far has played with a lot is good, evil, and neutrality. Many of these powerful beings are neutral, yet sometimes will act in self-interest that aligns with good or evil. It makes the conflict briefly touched on in season 1 more interesting, where Dream and the other Endless refuse to help in various scenarios. Makes me want a story arc where somebody challenges this self-serving nature the Endless have. Imagine being some virtuous person who's about to die, finding out death let hobgaddling a random guy live forever just cuz. They may never touch on those ideas, but these 2 episodes did get the ideas flowing. The second part of the episode was much longer than the first, and was titled Calliope, a muse trapped by a human for decades, being forced to give him divine inspiration. This half wasn't as thought-provoking as the first, but the story was very gripping. Watching this writer devolve into the same type of disgusting person as the one who gave Calliope to him as a prisoner was fascinating, and her sadness hits right at the core, and watching how Dream ends up punishing him was very haunting. Before this series came out, a lot of people talked about how The Sandman is a story about storytelling, and before this bonus episode, I wasn't seeing those themes, aside from the fact that both of these stories literally have to do with storytelling in some way. I can see how those themes fit in. The cat dreamed of a world, a story, where they ruled. After seeing it and talking to Dream, she went far and wide to tell all she could. If enough people believe in this dream, believe in this story, it will come true. The second story paints a darker look on storytelling, the price it can take. After Richard no longer had Calliope, his head was empty. He had nothing. No more ideas. He was left with just himself again. But what did you think of the bonus episode? I personally think this is one of the best of the whole series for sure. How did both of these stories resonate with you, if at all? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. I hope to see you next time.